A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Happy December 3rd. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather forecast, courtesy of On Target. Getting a look out there, folks, we got a little bit of snowpack on the ground across the entirety of the Wobbles community. We got a little bit of a dusting out there, up to around a half an inch on the ground. We have some sleep travel out there with some school closings in and across the area as well as a result. You can see the cold front that passed through here yesterday and that little shortwave disturbance located well off to our south and east now. We've got high pressure that's building in here out of the west, folks, but with that being said, it's going to be a frigid day out there, and we're starting off underneath overcast skies, but we should see some improvement in that department as the day progresses and wears on. Overlooking the region, the Lovers Lane Soccer Complex got a nice little dusting on the field right there off of Lovers Lane. We do have the overcast skies that still have us socked in out there early on this Tuesday. Reed Dossier Sky Cam overlooking a snow-covered Brownsville. Beautiful view out there this morning. You can see some of the snow cover there on the side road there, coming up the road of the Reed Dossier house, B&B. You can see some of the reasons why some of the local schools, including Edmonson County, Butler County, and Logan County, that have already decided to close down for today. Last but certainly not least, the Beech Tree News Sky Cam up in Morgantown. We can see the low-hanging stratus clouds still refracting and reflecting off of the low-hanging stratus deck there with the city lights early this morning. It's a frigid start for us, folks. There's no other way to put it. It is plain and simply downright cold out there. Temperatures are currently holding right around the low and mid-20s region-wide. We're only going to be taking highs, folks, up to right around the freezing mark this afternoon. So despite more sunshine coming back into the fold, wind should be light. It is going to feel frigid out there throughout the entirety of today. Getting a look here at the latest surface map, you can see that low pressure system that brought that little wave of wintry weather to us yesterday evening, now trucking off of the East Coast there with high pressure building in behind it. With high pressure building overhead, that's going to keep the wind subtle and calm as we work throughout the day. Also going to help to mix out the clouds and bring rays of sunshine back into the fold and into the picture for us. Folks, the weather story here over the foreseeable future, over the remainder of this week, is going to be a roller coaster ride on the temperature front, all right? Taking a look here at what's going to unfold, this area of high pressure is going to swing in here out of the north and west today. It's going to keep us calm, albeit extremely cold. Now keep your eyes up here on this next clipper system, this wave of low pressure. It's going to come through here and deepen right over the northern part of the Great Lakes as we work into the overnight and into our Wednesday time frame, okay? By the time we roll into our Wednesday evening, folks, this is how the surface map is going to appear. We're going to have a very vigorous cold front arriving out of the north and west. Now, out along and ahead of this cold front, we are going to experience some insanely strong winds throughout our Wednesday. Here's the caveat. Remember that roller coaster ride I was just talking about in the temperature department? That all begins, of course, today with a cold that's been locked in, but beginning tomorrow, southwesterly winds of 30 to 40 plus miles an hour, going to be bringing an uptick in cloud cover, along with taking thermometers all the way up to near the 50-degree mark, so nearly 20 degrees warmer than what we're going to experience this afternoon. And then, folks, you can see the bold writing we have right there, the text on the graphic. Frigid cold temps will then follow yet again Thursday into Friday. With the temperatures we're going to be talking about, folks, you're going to want to protect your pipes out there, okay? I'm going to be getting down into the low to mid-teens for lows in some instances. Save our friends at On Target's number there for the emergency line should you experience any sort of water breaks out there in this frigid cold. Anyone out there, folks, that has any experience of dealing with that, it's not just the water, it's your flooring, it's the crawl space, it's everything in between. So please take note of that. So as that cold front works through here, folks, we're going to take a look at the pendulum on these temperature markers, all right? We work throughout today, we're going to stay very cold. This afternoon during peak heating, we're right around the 32 or 33 degree mark for highs. We get into Wednesday with the extraordinarily strong southwesterly winds. We get into the peak heating of the afternoon, folks. We're going to close in on the 50-degree mark. The vast majority of us will be located right around the upper 40s for highs. And then we shift gears yet again and take a look. We get into the very early morning hours of our Thursday. Here comes the cold front blasting south and east through the region. By the time we work into Tuesday afternoon, should we have any luck on our side, we're not even going to make it out of the 20s, folks. The mid-20s at that. So strong northwesterly winds throughout the Thursday time frame. We're talking about temperature readings, highs in the mid-20s. Wind chills won't be escaping the teens. It's going to be absolutely frigid in the great outdoors. We work throughout the overnight on Thursday night into Friday morning, mid and upper teens across the board. And then by Friday afternoon, we're still going to be stay pegged right down to around the low and mid 30s for highs. So long story short, folks, we're going to get the frigid cold today. Pendulum swing to near 50 degrees tomorrow. And then we're pulling the rug out from underneath the thermometers yet again to get some of the coldest air thus far of the season. That's going to be coming in here, and those wind chills aren't going to be any fun to deal with either. All right, so now we talk about the long-term period, and we're going to stay quiet all the way through the remainder of the week, regardless of these temperature swings. And then we're going to shift gears, though, as we work out and past the weekend. Getting into our Sunday afternoon and evening, folks, we're going to begin to draw question marks with this southwesterly flow. We've got a deepening area of low pressure that's going to be having an associated cold front develop along with it. It's really going to kick up our southwesterly flow and warm us up throughout the weekend and on into the early days of next week. You can see here, folks, rolling into Sunday night. Then we get into Monday with widespread showers and storms impacting the region. And then right behind this wave, we've got another wave that's going to develop right here off to our west. And then as we get into our Tuesday, and then we work into our Tuesday night, and then we work into our Wednesday morning, another round of widespread showers and storms impacting the region with a warmer air continuing to reside here across the region. So, a quick overview and a summarization. Temperature swings on the pendulum front throughout the remainder of this week. Then a very active pattern taking shape Sunday night through roughly the middle part of next week with numerous rounds of showers and storms and much warmer temperatures on the table for us, okay? Looking at the extended 8 to 14 day period, roughly 2 weeks out, taking a look at the latest Climate Prediction Center, we're going to be looking at a return of temperatures above average for this time of year in the 8 to 14 day time frame. That is out from today. And then drier than normal. So after we work past the early to mid part of next week with the numerous rounds of showers and storms, we should be getting back to a drier, more subtle pattern, all right? Now this is only taking into account through roughly 6 a.m. of Tuesday of next week, but we're looking at anywhere between 1 to 2 inches of total rainfall that's going to be coming along with that. Throw in the Tuesday night into Wednesday time frame, we could be bumping these up somewhere around a 2 to maybe even the 3 inch mark of rainfall once we get this warmer pattern back in here between Monday and Thursday of next week. Will pretty much be the breakdown for us. Here's a full 6-day forecast breakdown brought to you by our friends at Ohio Valley Insurance. For today, Stratus deck got us socked in this morning. Sunshine will become more apparent as the day wears on, staying frigid in the temperature department right around the lower 30s. Wednesday will be extraordinarily windy, 30 to 40 plus mile an hour winds, highs near 50 degrees with clouds on the uptick. Thursday, frigid cold. The vast majority of us not going to be escaping the 20s for highs. We'll be looking at wind chills down into the teens. Overnight lows Thursday night all the way down to the lower teens, folks. Some of us might even dip down into the single digits. Protect your pipes, your pets, and your plants. This isn't cold to be fooling around with. Friday is going to stay cold, then a drastic warm up throughout the weekend. Mid-40s for your Saturday, mid-50s for your Sunday with the rain and storm chances arriving there. Sunday night on into Monday of the new work week. Folks, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather or not forecast brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blast second day of the work